Hey, Sarah Plummer here, and I just want to do a quick video blog for you guys today because, I love to kiss it, and that's Kiss. Keep it simple, silly. Alright, so I hear a lot of people say that they're just too busy to cook. That's like super, super common excuse I hear for why busy entrepreneurs, executives, people with regular jobs, however we're working, we're busy, right? And so it's just easier to grab something on the go or buy prepackaged meals at the grocery store and nuke them at home. So I want to drive a pretty important point home for you guys today. You're not too busy to cook, and frankly, your life depends on it. So anything that's packaged typically is just not even going to have, for starters, the nutrients that we need, let alone on top of it, we'll have a lot of things in it that are bad for us. So in the spirit of keeping things simple, I'm going to give you one example of one food that you can cook, that you can use for 3 different meals, cook it once, and I don't want to hear the excuse, oh yeah, I know the whole thing, cook a bunch of stuff on Sunday and have it last through the week. You don't get it if you're not doing it. And I'm tired of hearing people say, I get it, I know I need to do this, or I know I need to do that. You're not getting it if you're not doing it. So if you know it, then apply it. The same way knowledge isn't power unless you're using it. So here's a simple way for you to use this principle of knowing to keep things simple and to have one thing to cook. Quinoa. So as we can see here, quinoa is the highest in protein of all grains. It's considered a complete grain, or a complete protein, and one of the best plant-based sources of protein that we can possibly consume. So this particular brand cooks in 10 to 15 minutes and is pre-washed. So I encourage you to find quinoa that is pre-washed. Otherwise you have to rinse it, and that's just more time, right? So cook your quinoa. Cook enough that you have enough for a few servings. So whether that's you for yourself, you or your family, figure that out. But here's what I suggest. First meal, first time you cook it, have it for dinner. Mix it with beans. There's my leftovers from like 2 days ago. This is now the 3rd meal of this that I'm going to have. So one of my favorite things to do is to mix the quinoa with black beans and then top it with some healthy cheese. So either like some nice feta, some goat's cheese, or even like a really nice hard cheddar, and like kind of grate that over it. Top also with avocados, one of the best sources of healthy fats for us, and healthy fat is great for brain health and overall functionality of our body, our minds and bodies. So, and then even chop up some diced tomatoes, some onions, put that on there, whatever you want to do. And if you've got a family, don't worry about flavoring it for everybody. That's what condiments are for. So let people do their hot sauces. Let people do tomatoes or no tomatoes, cheese or no cheese, whatever. Basic thing, make the quinoa, make the black beans. Bam. That's it. Most black beans, you can find some really nice organic canned beans. All you got to do is warm it up on the stovetop. Take your leftovers in the morning, put your quinoa in a bowl, add some almond milk, coconut milk, add some dried fruit, cinnamon, warm it up on the stovetop. Bam, you got breakfast for you. So a nice little alternative to oatmeal, which is great, but we're using this one grain. We're going to make 3 meals out of it. Now for lunch, you can either have leftovers of the black beans and quinoa, or another fun option is to take a big piece of dinosaur kale, open that up, put some quinoa in it, kind of the main part of the filling. So we're going to make a wrap out of it, and then just add whatever fresh veggies you want. Go ahead and add a nice full-fat salad dressing if you want to add something like that. So a nice organic, high-quality salad dressing. I would rather you have something that really tastes good and really satisfies you versus using this light crap that doesn't satisfy you at all, confuses your brain, you've eaten, and then it doesn't even know that you've eaten. So even if you have all this healthy stuff, the quinoa, the kale, other fresh veggies, whatever, and then you add these highly processed, fake food-like substances to it, it's going to confuse your brain and your body, and it's not going to know what you've actually consumed. So go ahead and just use real food, okay? Real food, full fat, stuff that is in a whole form when it starts. So there you go. 1 grain, 3 meals. You are not too busy to cook.